You said this a few minutes ago though. Yeah, that happened the day we uploaded. We finished our last podcast. um, so I thought that was pretty funny. But honestly, I feel like it's great. I've seen some lineups where Giannis is basically playing center though, because PJ's played the four, and I don't know. I feel like they've looked pretty good. And I'm sure they'll only get better, honestly, as they build that team chemistry and whatnot. But yeah, I feel like PJ Tucker was just great. Honestly, he's a steal in my opinion though, because he's getting paid like $7 million, and he shoots the three ball pretty good though, and he can guard efficiently, like really good. He can guard 1 through 4, and even 1 through 5 if you really need him to. And so PJ Tucker though, he's definitely a beast. That Milwaukee Bucks team is just really, really good right now. Drew Holiday, he's been balling as of late. And Chris Middleton, he always looks good. He's pretty consistent, and obviously Giannis is Giannis. So this team is just, I don't know. I feel like unlike the past Milwaukee teams, I feel like this team just might get better in the playoffs, unlike the last 2 or 3 teams, the last 2 or 3 years. I mean, so yeah, I feel like that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, funny enough, we called it. We said that he would probably end up going to the Bucks. It's been reported they've been trying to get him for the last 3 years, and he only makes them more. I've already liked what I've seen from him already. He's not scoring wise, but when you watch, it's just the little things, screening, everything defense wise, and he's probably one of the best corner shooters in the NBA right now. And Giannis leads the NBA in assists to the corner, so he's going to get a whole bunch of wide open shots. And right, defensively, they're just so versatile now. 1 through 3, Giannis can guard 1 through 5. Really, Middleton can guard 1 through 4 comfortably, and Tucker can guard 1 through 5. He probably at the best you'd like to see him now guarding 1 through 4. He could do it. He can guard centers, but that's just a lot on him. But yeah, Drew Holiday's stepped up big these last couple games, weeks even, looking like a better number 2 option. Because we both love Chris Middleton, like him, but we're not sure about him, or at least me. I don't know where you stand with him. I'm not sure about him being your second best player. But if you're going to get 20 points from your third best player, that's pretty good. That's 70 points from your 3 best players. You'll take that.
Yeah, no, I agree, though. He is a great talent, in my opinion. But, yeah, I don't know, though. Just championship-wise, though, you'd really need to build, perfectly around Giannis and Chris, to really have Chris Middleton as your second star. But, yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking of. I was hoping that Milwaukee would end up trading for another star or something, because, I don't know, though. Middleton's great, but second option, though, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable with him being your second option, like you were saying, but I'm just happy that we can at least see Giannis comfortably, or the Bucks can now too, be the 5, in the closing lineup, be the 5, and we've been tough on Brook Lopez. Has been his best year, and for good reason. I think we've all seen the clips of him just standing in the corner and trying to shoot like he's a Steph Curry when he's not, and he won't even post anyone up anymore, but he becomes a luxury all of a sudden. So that's a good thing for them at least. And I don't think he'll be playing a whole bunch in the playoffs. If it's like Game 7, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play at all, but at least he's a luxury now. You can run him out there. And like you were saying, I feel way better about them in the playoffs. They still have their holes, but bringing in a guy like PJ Tucker who can be a leader and bring it every night defensively, at least that's just something they've been missing.
Oh, for sure. I mean, last year, also about Brook Lopez, yeah, they should really move on, though. I mean, if you play him, you better hope the other team can't build a wall, But anyway, PJ Tucker, I feel last year, one of the things, though, that was just was really hurting the Bucks, though, is switching, because they just weren't used to it, I guess, or something, because I know it's not part of the thing. But PJ Tucker is really going to help that, and then them getting Drew Holiday last offseason, that's, going to be even better for them, So I feel like this year, hopefully, they can they'll want to guard the 3-point line, because now you just added 2 defenders that, are that, they're their best. They're at their best. when it comes to perimeter defense. And so, yeah, you know, I feel like this Bucks team, I feel like they can honestly do it, you know. Like if you put them against the Nets, for example, Drew Holiday, I mean, Kevin Durant was giving him props. You know, Kevin Durant was saying how he was, he should be in discussion as one of like the best like defenders ever, you know. So I mean, honestly though, I feel like they could do really good against teams like that. I mean, they got so many defensive guys, you know, and Middleton, in my opinion, is pretty underrated defensively. He's a great defender. Giannis is obviously Giannis, you know, but honestly though, I feel like this team can go against anyone really.
Oh, for sure. And you only feel better, you know, because, you know, they changed their defensive system this year, wanting to be able to guard the three-point line better and wanting to be switchable. And it's actually, you know, I think a month ago or two, you know, we were harping on their defense, but as of March, they're the third best defense for this month. So they've been a lot better. And, you know, like we've been saying, PJ Tucker's only going to help that out more. And they're really good defensively. Like, DiVincenzo's probably their worst defender in the starting lineup for closing, and he's not even that bad. So.
Oh, and he's a pretty good defender, honestly.
Right.
Defense is probably the thing he's probably best at, honestly, because sometimes his shots aren't falling, you know. But yeah, so that's really good.
Yeah, I think that's everything PJ Tucker wise. You got anything else?
I feel like the only problems this Bucks team will have will probably just purely be offensive when it comes to the playoffs. Like, those are the only potential problems I can see them having. You know, it's just on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, they still lack shooting, in my opinion, but maybe they could get a buyout guy or make a move or two. But I think at least this puts them in a good position for this year, and maybe PJ Tucker hopefully has a lot left, and they can maybe bring him back for a year or two and see what happens next offseason if they don't go win it.
Yeah, PJ Tucker is like, do you know he's like 35 or 36? He's old.
Yeah, it's crazy because he's really only been like that great in the NBA for not that long, but you forget he went overseas for a while.
Oh yeah, I think he was drafted in the NBA and then he was traded, and then he just went and played overseas because he just wasn't good enough or whatever.